So I'm here at the Hannover show. I love this iconic roof. It's a great thing. But more importantly, I'm here to see all kinds of electric vans and trucks that will hopefully astound you as you come with me around the Hannover show. Welcome to the SAIC-MAXXA stand here at the heart of the IAA show here in Hannover. It's a transportation show like no other, with commercial vehicles of all shapes and sizes on display. Old favourites like the eDeliver 3 and the highly successful eDeliver 9. But now also adding the world's first electric vehicle pickup. Fantastic. And last but by no means least, the MIFA 9, a new addition to the family, and literally it is a family vehicle but has a number of commercial applications. And here is Iveco's big news. Of course, the big and beautiful Iveco Daily, all electrified. Yes, it is. The eDaily is now available, coming to the UK, I think in April next year. So launched here at the Hannover IAA, and it's going to come in 3 battery sizes and up to 300 of your WLTP kilometers, actually, not 300 miles. Around about 200 miles, and they've gone big here, haven't they? Look at all of this, really cracking stuff. I mean, this is going to make a huge difference to that sector of the market, because the promise that Iveco have made, of course, is that they will be coming with towing. Yes, towing 2-3.5 tons. Now, of course, that's going to affect the range, but they've thought about how to minimise that, and this is going to be great. And you know, I mean, they really have done themselves proud here in terms of the look and feel of this, and even the floor is blue, blue for the greenness of the world, ironically, right? There we go. The Iveco Daily, everybody, enjoy. So another vehicle I wasn't expecting to see is this one. So what is this? Well, let me show you what this is, because it's very big. It is the Bright Drop vehicle. Now, these are well known in the States for the deal that they've done with FedEx and Walmart. It's a bit busier today, and they have this truck, and they are, I think, dipping their toe, I think it's fair to say, in the European market to see what the interest is. Now, what's not to like? Well, perhaps it's a bit square and it's a bit boxy, but it's got lots of space and is ideal for the last mile operation. My question is, does it have enough payload for the market that we expect? And, you know, having a look at it and having a chat with the guys, I wonder if they can make this big size work for the UK market, maybe different for the European market. But great to see Bright Drop dipping their toe outside of the USA. Great also to see the Teva trucks here. This one is the hydrogen version, so this is a mixture of electric and hydrogen, 80 kilowatt hour battery underneath and hydrogen up there to power it on to up to 450 kilometers. Now that is fantastic, and I mean they look really good, and I'm loving the front end. Now they share some of the DNA with Iveco, who I've just been having a look at, and of course the vehicles, sliders they're called, they go underneath, or they go put all the gubbins in there, the electric gubbins. But and these are the vehicles that I saw I can't remember, somewhere in the UK, but these are hydrogen mostly. I think that one over there is pure electric 200 miles, so fantastic. And also we've got the e-Canter, and of course Daimler bring that vehicle in as well, so that has received a big upgrade, giving now 200 kilometers in terms of range, and you can see for yourself all those wonderful stats on there. Very helpful, thank you Daimler, very helpful, thank you Mercedes-Benz trucks. It's not just vehicles that are on display here at the show. There's cranes of all kinds. This is a venue that all kinds of transportation solutions can be exhibited. So one of the great things about coming to things like the IAA at Hannover is that you get to meet some of the people behind the scenes. Now, Steyr Automotive, you may have heard me talk about in the Volta videos. Now, these are the people that are going to be producing the Volta truck, and it's given me a lot of confidence because they produce the MAN vehicle, and they are now beginning to consider how they might, and these are little models, so they could almost fit on my hand. Yes. They are producing these vehicles and are going to be launching them in 2024 is the hope. So Steyr Automotive could become not just a manufacturer of other people's products, but maybe a manufacturer of their own too. So we've also got Renault. Finally, they've got a mid-size van. I mean, they've got a great small van and, a large van, but they've actually got a mid-size van. It's got the 52 kilowatt-hour battery that we're probably familiar with from the Renault Zoe and others. It's got around that 230 kilometer range, which we would expect to be around 150. So, you know, what is not to love about this vehicle? It's going to be a good one for the market. I'm sure it will do the job. About 1,100 kilos payload from what I can tell. But I will find out more. So it's also good to see the Renault Kangoo. Now, the Renault Kangoo has been redesigned, and we've seen it in Citan and we've seen it in Townstar. This is the first time I've been able to see a fully electrified version here on the stand with Renault. Now, to all intents and purposes, it looks perfectly normal. A normal van with the steering wheel and all the equipment there, which is interesting, but not so interesting. The interesting bit for me, and I'm going to just push these two gentlemen out of the way, because what they're doing is they're showing off this wonderful stuff. They're from Sortimo, so they don't mind being in the way. And they're showing this racking system that comes all the way forward, because there is no B-pillar. How exciting is that? And I'm guessing it just moves. Oh, it does. It moves. Oh, wow, look at that. See, I didn't even know that could do it. But isn't that really clever? Using technology to make life better for drivers. Well done, Renault. Well done, Sortimo. Well done, guys. Well done.
Thank you.
This is all really good stuff. Obviously, the fold flat front seat. It just makes a more adaptable vehicle. This is what we have when people start thinking innovation, and the doors close in a different way. We've got this, and do you know what the feature is called? Open Sesame. I love that. So here's a brand that we've probably not seen before here in the UK, the Dongfeng brand. Drive your dreams. Good selection of vehicles. I wonder how long it is before we see these guys crossing the shores into the UK. Who knows? Certainly here in Europe. And it wouldn't be the same without Volta trucks. And of course, Volta trucks were shortlisted for Innovation Truck of the Year, and I kind of think, well, it was a good bet for that. I'd have kind of had a sort of each way bet. I would have given them a highly commended if it was me, but it wasn't. And another truck company won that. Let's go see. So I hope you're sitting comfortably, because I am on the Mercedes-Benz stand, and this vehicle here, Innovation of the Year in Trucks, was awarded last night for that vehicle. It is a long haul, so around 500 kilometers. You may see that flash up on the back there. 600 kilowatt hour battery. It'll charge from 20 to 80% in just 30 minutes with megawatt charging. Now you might be wondering what megawatt charging is. Suffice to say, it is big, and I will come and try and show you that in just a moment or two. But as the volume gets louder, I will leave you in peace to realize and recognize that actually cars are doing it, vans are doing it, and really big trucks are doing it. We thought just the city trucks, but no. And Mercedes have city trucks. There's actually a city truck just there. So they've got a short haul version, so sort of 200 kilometers range, and then a long haul version, 500 kilometers range, and other vehicles within the mix. So anyway, the volume's about to go up, and it's all going to get crazy. So I'm going to leave you with that thought, people. It's real. Electrification across all sizes of vans and trucks. So this is the megawatt charging I was mentioning over there. As you can see, different to our DC friends. So the DC chargers are just here, are quite a normal, I say normal, we're getting to know normal cables now, right? But as you can see, on the megawatt charger, these have to be liquid cooled, and there's a lot of power going through that cable, up to 1,000 kilowatts coming out of that. So Mercedes are thinking about this, and of course are talking about their joint venture with Volvo and Tritium, and they're going to be getting megawatt chargers out across the market for commercial vehicles. So there you go, megawatt charging, it's coming soon. So another find at the IAA Transportation show here in Hannover is the wonderful e-Transit Custom. Now, I'm quite excited about this vehicle because it's going to come with apparently a 74 kilowatt hour usable battery, 125 kilowatt DC charging, 11 kilowatt AC, which is good. All of those things are really good. And of course, this is the current best-selling, or the Transit Custom is the current best-selling vehicle in the UK, and that includes cars as well. So this is a vehicle that is well known by the masses, and of course it has a great interest. I've had to come very, very early even to be able to see said vehicle, but I'm going to kind of wander in, have a little look here. This is a crew cab version, so it's got an extra row of seats in the back, and we will get to go and look around in the front. And of course there will be a decent amount of space in the back. This is a ground up conversion. So the ground up conversion, not a ground up conversion, a ground up electric vehicle. So the whole architecture, battery technology underneath, giving much better performance than we've been previously used to. So heat pump as standard on the vehicle, and a great cab area, much like the e-Transit, with a big screen there, multifunction steering wheel, everything that you would expect in a van. This is just a quick taste. One of these days I'm hoping that we'll get a go in this beast, and maybe it'll have the go faster stripes down, though I don't think we need go faster stripes because there's loads of power in this vehicle. So quick taste of the e-Transit Custom, and look out for this, but probably looking the end of 2023, and no doubt orders will already be in by some of the big fleets. So let's keep an eye out for it. Gorgeous looking here at the stand, great technology and a real advancement in this mid-size electric vehicle. So that's it, my time at Hannover, the show has come to an end, and I love these two sayings: innovation is what drives us, and new ways of sustainability. Well, they are all on show here. It has been a great event. I've been mind blown and somewhat overwhelmed, if I'm honest. Have I done it justice? Not a scratch, really. So much on show around every corner, so many exhibitors, too many to mention, but it's been some real highlights for me, and hopefully you've caught a glimpse of those through the video. Have a great day, everybody.